lady. Today I'm going to be doing this tutorial, and this is for a back to school look, and it's this look here. It's very nude, very natural, not too much going on. But before I want to get into that, I want to talk to you guys about a couple of updates. So news. Number one, I am a YouTube partner, which I think is really, really cool. Like, awesome. And it's all to do with you guys for subscribing to me, for watching my videos. I couldn't be more happy about it, and I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of you. You guys are fantastic, and you keep me doing what I love, so thank you so, so much. Secondly, contest winner, yay! I am going to post the winner now, so here it comes up along here. Do-do, do-do, do-do. Please send me your address in a YouTube message and I will post the product to you. Anyway, let's go into the tutorial. So we're starting without any makeup on. My favourite foundation at the moment is the MAC Face and Body Foundation. And what I'm really enjoying about this is that it does last for such a long time. So we're going to apply this first. And I'm going to be applying it using my Sigma SS167 Duo Fibre brush. Looks like this. Ooh. So just kind of dot it around using the brush. I do like to just dot at first, just to get a bit of the product across the skin, and then sweep and buff the product in. So now I'm just going to let that dry a little bit. And what I'm going to do now is just move on to my eyebrows. Now, I've changed my eyebrow routine from using an eyebrow pencil to using an eyeshadow as kind of to fill them in. And the one I'm actually using is Charcoal Brown by MAC. And as you can see, it's not too dark a brown. It's quite a nice, natural looking colour. And it does show up a little grey tone on the camera, but it's actually not. It's a nice ash colour. I do still like to brush my brows through with like a little spoolie. And then I do like to apply my powder now with an angled brush. This is the 266 by Sigma. So I do like to start just filling in the end part. And I find that that's mostly because that's the bit where you need shape. You know, that's where you do want to achieve the good shape. You know, a nice angle, a good bit of lift. You can drag it out now as long as you want, really. Obviously not long like, you know, Merlin's beard long, but long enough. And then I do like to fill in the front of my brows as well. So now I've just filled in my brows, and as you can see, they just have a nice natural look going to them. There's not too much going on. And that's the bonus of using a brow powder. It doesn't look too overdone or anything like that. And now I want to move on to blush, and you can either use a cream or a stain or a powder for this. It doesn't really matter either way, and obviously go with what suits your skin tone. I'm enjoying this kind of lip and cheek stain, and I got this free in a magazine, the name of which has currently escaped my memory. But it's a nice pinky bronze colour, so it's not too overly bronze, it's just got a nice shimmer in it. And when the product comes out, it's actually much more pink, as you can see. And I find that before I put my powder on, I like to put this in and blend it in. And it does just give me a nice stain. So that's what I'm going to be using. Just find the apples of your cheeks. And I'm just pushing that directly onto the apples. And now I look like a clown. But just take your normal blush brush. This is the 168 by Sigma. It's just an angled blush brush. And just blend and brush that up. And you will just get a lovely, natural looking flush, I suppose. So now we're going to move on to eyes. And the first thing I like to do is prime my lid. Lately I've been using MAC's Painterly Paint Pot. So I just take my ring finger and use that just to sort of move across all of my lid. It's really nice. I also like to take it underneath as well. That can sometimes cover up any dark circles, but also it sets the shadow for under your eye as well. I'm going to be using a nice combination of Maybelline shadows and Rimmel shadows. And the first one I'm going to be using is a Rimmel London shadow, and this is in the shade Moonstone. Just a nice white with a little bit of a peachy tone to it, I suppose. I'm going to be applying this using my 275 shadow brush. It's just an angled eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to take that into the innermost corner of my eye, just to kind of open it up a little bit. And I'm just going to take it underneath in the inner corners of my eye as well. And that just really brightens up your eyes in general. It makes you look more awake, and that's always a bonus when you're waking up ridiculously early to go back to school and you look, half dead or like a zombie. The next shadow I'm going to be using is one by Maybelline, and this is Silken Taupe. And I like this shadow because it's not too shimmery. It's a nice kind of gradient, I suppose. It doesn't give too much sparkle, but it's a very natural colour. And I'm going to be applying this using my SS239 brush, which is just like a blunt, flat shadow brush. And a good thing with this brush is to actually pat the product onto your lid, and it actually disperses the product much more heavily, I suppose. You get a lot more of the pigment on your eye. So if you can see, it's a very nice taupey colour. It doesn't come out too strong, and that's ideally what you want. So I'm just putting this over the bulk of my lid. I'm not taking it above my crease though, I'm just putting it across the main 2/3 of my eyelid. And that's a very natural looking shadow. And if you do want to make your eyes have a bit more definition, maybe it's kind of sculpt your eyelid a bit more, you can either use this shadow by Rimmel. This is called Tribute, and it's a bit more of a metallic-y taupe, bit darker. Or you can use, this is called Pink Fizz, and it's very similar except it's a bit more of a pinky toned. I'm going to be using the Rimmel London one though, so that is Tribute. And I'm also going to be applying that with the same 239 brush, and that's only because it packs a lot more product onto the lid. So apply it with a nice blunt shadow brush. And I'm just putting that in my outer V a little bit. I don't want it to look too strong, that's the point. I'm trying to make this look defined, so I'm pushing it into the crease a little bit for definition. I'm also just going to take it under my eye a little bit. I'm just going to blend this look out now with the 224 blending brush by Fibre. It's just a nice tapered blending brush. So I'm just going to blend that up my lid a little bit. Make sure that the product that's come from the outer section is moved across, just to sculpt my eye area. So what I'm going to do is use a liquid liner, and this is Chanel's Ecriture de Chanel, which is obviously just like their liquid liner. This is actually in a brown, so that does keep the look nice and natural without it looking too overdone. So I'm just going to take this across my lash line. And the good thing about it being brown is that it's not going to look too heavy. It'll just give some definition to your lash line. All I'm going to do now is just do a bit of mascara, and then that's it for the eyes. I'm going to use my combination of the two, as I usually do, because I'm a bit weird like that, but that's how I get my favourite desired look, I suppose. So I'm going to curl my lashes, and I start with the MaxFactor. And I just like to wiggle that through. And then I like to take the Volume Million lashes and just go over everything. So just push that through your lashes. So now we're going to just quickly move on to lips, and then the whole thing is done. You do want to make sure that you don't wear too strong a lip colour for school. I am going to be using the Nude Delight by Rimmel London, just for a very nude finish, and then a gloss over the top. So just apply. And the gloss I'm going to be using today is by Barry M. And all this is going to do is just add a very nice gloss. This is your finished look. It's a very nice, nude, natural look for school. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Other than that, thank you so much to every single one of my subscribers who watches my videos, who has always supported me. And I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.